welcome you to Raleigh, North Carolina, inside the Lenovo Center, where it is the NC State Wolfpack hosting the Cal Golden Bears. Cal looking for their first win outside the state of California this season. Hi, everybody. Alongside the Hall of Famer, Debbie Antonelli, I'm Jay Alter. Thank you so much for joining us. Debbie, both of these teams suffered tough midweek losses, trying to bounce back with a win on a Saturday night.
I mean, are you really surprised that games in conference play are coming down to the last couple of possessions? I'm not, because the league is so balanced. You have to execute late game situations, and you cannot have any game slippage. And this is going to be important today for both these teams bouncing off a loss.
It feels like all NC State is doing is playing close games, and Andre Stojakovic for Cal, he's leading the way for the Golden Bears.
He's a fantastic offensive player. He can score in all three levels. Second best scorer in the ACC right now. Coming off a game in Chapel Hill, his lowest scoring output of the season. He went 3 for 13. I don't expect that to happen for Andre Stojakovic here in Raleigh. He is too talented of a player and can impact the game in a multitude of ways.
Now, NC State in the home white, Cal in the road blue. Our officials tonight, Tony Henderson, Jerry Heater, and Ryan Sassano.
Well, NC State has got to keep Cal off the offensive glass. So the second best offensive rebounding team in the ACC. NC State has to score in their transition game. They've got to push and create off their defense. And Cal's got to rebound on the road. You have to rebound and control the pace of play if you want to get a W on Tobacco Road.
And we are underway on a Saturday night in the ACC. It's Cal that starts with the basketball. NC State, their last 3 games, all decided by a single possession. Stojakovic lines up the 3. He can't connect. And you referenced it, Debbie. Andre Stojakovic struggled midweek, season low 6 points, and misses his first shot of this contest. Wolfpack starting 5.
And all 5 players starting for NC State are in their last year of college eligibility right now. Let's see what sense of urgency the first 5 minutes brings for this group that's been in so many tight games.
A team that suffered a gut-wrenching loss on Wednesday against Virginia Tech. They led by 15 in the second half and lost by 3. A big reason why, Ben Middlebrooks picked up an early 4th foul in that second half, and Kevin Keats needs his big man on the floor.
I love how they feature him in the first possession, trying to get something going inside. And you also play through the post to see how Cal is going to defend it. Are they going to bring 2? Are they going to bring some help? And then can you rotate out of that?
Middlebrooks opens the scoring, 1 of 2 from the line, and the Wolfpack can set up their full court pressure. Take a look at the Cal starting 5. Stojakovic, we've spoken about. This is Jovan Black, sure nothing but air. Sissoko offensive rebound. Backing down Middlebrooks. That's going to be an excellent big man battle as Maudie Sissoko cashes in on the second chance opportunity.
Sissoko coming off his best game of the season against North Carolina. 8 for 9 from the floor, 16 and 8. The NC State goes with a high, hard hedge, and they tag the low roll, but then Middlebrooks has got to get back to that and make sure he boxes out.
Pull up Pop O'Connell, left it short.
Blackshear is their point guard, number 10 in blue right here. He's got to take care of the basketball.
Difficult to do against a defense that turns teams over more than anybody in the ACC. And Sissoko denied by Middlebrooks there in the post.
Really good defense by Middlebrooks. Low man wins in those one-on-one situations. Right here they go again. NC State going right back to Middlebrooks.
Yeah, they're letting the big men go at it early in this game. Middlebrooks trying to stay with it. Muscles it in.
I think Ben Middlebrooks is such an incredible energy guy for NC State. He just does all the little things, right? Some don't show up on the stat sheet, but today he's got to have a big stat line for them to win. He's got to protect inside. He's got to guard his matchup with Sissoko, and then when Dort comes in the game.
Kick to the corner. This is DJ Campbell, who hands off for Blackshirt. Lost his footing, lost the ball, scrambling to get it back. Rytis Petrides settles things down for Cal. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Blackshirt has to go up with it, and the back rim is kind for 2.
See that loose ball right there on that deflection? Those are the kind of plays that NC State has to come up with, and they didn't come up with those in the Virginia Tech game.
Faded down the stretch, a team that led by 15 points on the road in Blacksburg and came away with the loss. O'Connell can't hit it.
Stojakovic with the Dontrez Styles matchup. You got to make him go left. He's so efficient going right. This time he turns the ball over.
Well, that's the first turnover by Cal this evening. That's something we're going to keep a track on all game long. Our ACC triple header continues in Raleigh. Debbie Antonelli, Jay Alter with you. We're expecting a good one. Step back 3, Jaden Taylor buries it.
First basket for either team outside the paint. Both teams looking to establish their interior, going inside, playing 2 and through their 5 guys. For NC State, it's Middlebrooks. For Cal, it's Sissoko.
Both teams trying to bounce back from midweek losses. Tough takes, DJ Campbell finding a way inside.
That's his game. DJ Campbell's a 30% three-point shooter, and if you watch the way Michael O'Connell is guarding him, he's giving him a cushion. Now you got to keep him from getting inside.
After Taylor made the 3, nothing but air there. Well, NC State, the last 3 games they've played, all have come down to 1 possession, so we're expecting a close, competitive one for Kevin Keats and everyone here in Raleigh. We've mentioned a lot about NC State's close losses. Well, kind of all started New Year's Eve, had a big lead against Virginia, end up losing that game, then you lose a rivalry game to UNC, and the most gut-wrenching of them all was probably this past Wednesday at Virginia Tech. Led that game by 15 in the second half and lost by 3. And 4 conference losses, but 3 1 possession.
Yeah, it is tough in this league to finish games, and game slippage means you've got to execute the details perfectly when your habits have to be at their best late game. NC State with full court pressure. They have outstanding ball pressure, particularly on the perimeter.
So this is a Cal team that likes to get it inside to the paint. All 6 of their points have come in the paint, and Sissoko trying to add 2 more. He'll get the opportunity from the foul line.
It's a really good job by Sissoko to make himself available at the nail on the short roll. NC State's hedging ball screens, tagging from the weak side and recovering, and Cal knows that. They've run some good stuff here to get Sissoko the basketball.
Maudie Sissoko, 6'9", 240. Those broad shoulders. He has been a great player for Cal since coming in for Michigan State.
And you know how to play the game if you play for Tom Izzo for 4 years. And Sissoko had a successful career there. This is his graduate year, and Brandon Huntley Hatfield, Jay, in the game.
That'll be good to see for NC State fans. He's missed the last 2 games. And again, when you lose by 2 and then lose by 3, you feel like he could have made the difference in those 2. They need him for front court depth. They need him to rebound, and a little rush from Huntley Hatfield. It goes right off his hand. It'll stay Cal's basketball. Stojakovic trying to spin his way free, rejected at the rim. It's Sissoko fouled again, trying to clean up the spill.
How about the first play on that? Shaking off the rust quickly, like you said, Jay. Huntley Hatfield meets Stojakovic at the rim. Welcome to Raleigh. And then Cal stays with it. This is a great cleanup right here to draw the foul by Sissoko, who is really hammering NC State on the offensive glass early.
That's his third offensive rebound, cashes in at the foul line. And Stojakovic, known as a knockdown shooter, he's showing the hops.
I mean, he's an incredibly impressive offensive player. 9 times he's been over the 20-point mark. Only 1 time single digits, and that was the last game in Chapel Hill. I thought Seth Trimble in North Carolina did a really good job on him when he was on him.
So we've talked about the NC State close losses. Looking for some more consistent scoring. Maybe Breon Pass, who scores there, can get into it. They just need the supporting cast to take that next step.
Breon Pass is a 50% three-point shooter, so you come with a long closeout, and now he adds that floater to his game.
Stolen away, Huntley Hatfield. Off the window, rolls around, does not drop. The foul on the floor will stay Wolfpack basketball.
This is the value of Brandon Huntley Hatfield. Right here, he gets the deflection and the steal. Sissoko trying to go into a dribble handoff with Stojakovic. And I don't know about you, but I get nervous when the big boys are dribbling more than 2 times up the floor. You always start thinking charge. He did a good job getting it on the glass.
Here's Jaden Taylor in attack mode. Pull up, pop, got it.
Drop coverage, snake behind the ball screen, pull up without over penetrating. Very well executed.
Taylor has 5 of the Pack's 10 in the early going here. Nearly 6 minutes gone by. Lee Dort, the transfer from Vanderbilt, up and under for 2.
Again, that short roll off that hedge, very well executed. We watched Mark Madsen's team work on that at shoot-around today.
They have a clear plan of attack, and that's get into the paint. And NC State answers. Marcus Hill, count it, plus the foul.
Marcus Hill is averaging 16 points in conference play. And watch him turn the corner right here, get into the paint. Nice little fadeaway. He's not known as a three-point shooter. He's only made 6 all season, Jay, but when he can get 2 feet to the paint, he has the ability to elevate and shoot over most defenders.
I don't know if many Wolfpack fans would have thought 17 games into the season Marcus Hill would be your leading scorer, but you lose Mike James, and Hill has been the most consistent scorer on this NC State team.
And he's not quite DJ Horn from last year, but he does provide a similar scoring punch for Kevin Keats.
Down the lane, contested, offensive rebound, hammered home. Lee Dort with authority.
NC State right now has got to get 5 guys on the defensive glass.
Four offensive rebounds already for this Cal team, and they've cashed in 6 second chance points. That's off the mark from Breon Pass. Stolen away. Jaden Taylor draws the contact from Stojakovic, who committed the turnover.
4-0 boards right now. The rotation over to help on the penetration opens up the weak side glass, and look at Dort go to work. He and Sissoko have done a nice job early on for Cal, dominating around the rim.
Yeah, Sissoko and Dort early in this game have presented a huge problem for an NC State front court that has had plenty of inconsistencies. At least you have Huntley Hatfield back to aid Ben Middlebrooks, but right now advantage Cal in the big man battle.
Let's see how long Kevin Keats will stay with his ball screen coverage right now, because what's happening is because of the rotation, they are getting the offensive glass left a little bit open. However, they are getting tips and deflections off the hedging as well. So you got to keep things off balance, right? You got to keep taking a different look on the defensive end so you make teams think and hesitate.
They do have 7 points off turnovers. It's a pick your poison situation, though. What you give up, does it offset? Contested deep three, and it's good. The freshman Jeremiah Wilkinson. What a boost off the bench this freshman has been this season.
Another player for Cal. Did not score at North Carolina. Had double figures in the 7 previous games, so you knew it would be just a matter of time before that young man got going.
Yeah, 0 for 8 from the field, and he knocks down the first shot he takes here in Raleigh. 5th in the ACC in freshman scoring.
Well, he's the best scoring freshman without a start this season, and he doesn't hesitate right here. Hands down, too much space.
The Cal has 15 points, but none of them have come from their leading scorer, Stojakovic, who has it here with a head of steam.
That was a big-time play. Michael O'Connell was setting up to draw the charge, and Stojakovic stepped right around him.
First bucket of the night, fires Cal in front, 17-15. Back and forth we go in the Lenovo Center. Middlebrooks lost the handle. Stojakovic, 2-on-1, puts it up, rejected at the rim. Dontrez Styles never gave up on that play, and now he's the trailer for 3. Can't connect. Great hustle, nearly kept the ball alive for State. Cal, a 2-point lead on the road. We'll tell you about their head coach, Mark Madsen, most known for winning NBA championships. We'll tell you something you don't know about him.
Boom.
The Golden Bears head coach, Mark Madsen, most known for his long NBA career, his dance moves during the Lakers championship parades. I can't get enough of that video.
I love it. Celebrate.
So you know that about Mark Madsen. Long NBA career, winning championships with the Lakers. What you probably don't know about him, he's got 5 kids under 7. So in addition to being a Division I head basketball coach, loving father, 5 kids under 7 years old. So your time is at a premium. Every minute matters, Debbie. You're taking public transport to work while grinding film. You can't watch film when you're driving a car.
No, he rides the BART sometimes to work. The Bay Area Rapid Transit. And it's a great way to maximize 20 minutes and not lose it driving in the car. I love it. Congratulations to Mark and his wife, Hannah. They had their 5th child in November. We know they're watching. And Hannah, you deserve a medal. That's
Amen.
That's a lot of kids under the age of 7. It's very cool. Congratulations.
And your husband keeps doing these cross-country road trips now that he's in the ACC.
He just wants to be efficient in everything he does. And he gave major props to Hannah this morning at shoot-around as well, to his wife. That's very cool.
We really enjoyed our conversation with Mark Madsen.
Yes.
And it's funny, UCLA's head coach Mick Cronin kind of going viral like he often does, complaining about all these road trips that the West Coast teams are forced to do in the Big Ten and the ACC. And Mark Madsen, he's taken a completely different approach. He's looking for positives, more time together, more practice time, more time to build team chemistry on the road during these long cross-country trips.
Well, if you get a good tailwind, it's not that bad. I'm sure it's similar to some of the places you would have traveled to in the Pac-12, but it's about efficiency. And it's about spending time with your team, and it's about getting extra practice time, to be quite honest.
This team's playing hard right now, going a little too fast there. Foul called. I thought that could have been a travel on Jeremiah Wilkinson instead of foul called against Michael O'Connell.
Coming off the timeout, both teams looking to push the pace. Wilkinson trying to drop it off, draws the foul, inbound and baseline out of bounds.
And that has to be against Marcus Hill. No points in the last 2.5 minutes for a Wolfpack offense that Struggled for stretches on Wednesday against Virginia Tech, although that came in the second half. O'Connell, he ends the drought.
You get to the nail or you get to the elbow off a single side ball screen, you got to be ready to score. Shot the ball with a lot of confidence right there, Michael O'Connell.
We are tied for the 5th time. This game has already seen 7 lead changes. Back and forth we go on a Saturday night in the ACC.
Single side ball screen right here. Ben Middlebrooks does a great job setting the screen, and O'Connell, if you're going to go under, you're going to get that separation right there because Cal's in drop coverage. You got to pull the trigger there and knock that down.
Stojakovic, Cal's leading scorer, out of the game right now. Who will generate the offense?
Good X out on the backside by NC State's defense, and they get another steal. They really look connected on this end of the floor tonight.
Doing a really nice job getting in those passing lanes, deflecting balls, turning Cal over. Transition 3, nothing but the bottom of the net for Jeremiah Wilkinson.
It's hard to set your D when you're turning the ball over with a team that can fill the lanes like Cal can. Now Wilkinson, coming off that 0-point game against North Carolina, sees a big basket.
He's got 2 threes in this first half. Middlebrooks trying to answer. Nice spin move right to the rim for 2.
Ben Middlebrooks is getting so much better at being a feature on the block. You know, when you can throw it down there and you know you can make something productive happen. He's pretty good at drawing fouls as well.
Miscommunication there, and that is turnover number 6 for Cal in this first half.
I'm telling you, NC State's defense is locked in on this end. They're getting tips, deflections. Their rotations have been outstanding. This is the turnover, and look how quickly they strike the other way.
Feels like they almost have to, because if NC State gets set in their half-court defense, they've turned them over
really
6
good.
times.
They've been really good.
And when you start cutting off those passing lanes, you make them think a little bit more and take them out of that natural offensive rhythm. They keep pounding it inside with Middlebrooks, and he's delivering, putting NC State back in front.
When your coach tells you, we're going to throw the ball to you on the block and we expect you to score, and you deliver from the first possession of the game, that's got to build some confidence for Ben Middlebrooks as well.
He has 7 for the Pack. The Tried is tangled up. Tried to circle it to Sissoko. 3 seconds on the shot clock. The freshman Wilkinson has to hurry. Didn't see the timer.
Another turnover.
That's 7 for Mark Madsen's team, although they're only down 1 on the road. Good back and forth contest. We've had 8 lead changes already in this one. Debbie Antonelli, Jay Alter with you. We've got a good one here in Raleigh between NC State and Cal. NC State with a 1-point lead. You know, they've made 8 shots, Debbie, on 0 assists.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've been able to throw the ball down on the block and let Ben Middlebrooks go to work. He's scored 3 of those 8 baskets in one-on-one single coverage. He's getting an A+ so far right now. He's been fantastic. His work on the defensive end as well.
NC State has caused 7 Cal turnovers. That's been the story of this first half.
Cal showing some zone here. Coming out of the timeout to change it up.
Middlebrooks decides to shoot, and he cashes in.
A++, baby. I mean, Cal didn't play any possessions of zone against North Carolina. They played 5 against Virginia Tech and 6 against Virginia.
So certainly a wrinkle that NC State might not have expected, but Middlebrooks shoots over it and knocks it down. 3-point game. Campbell, tough take, and it rattles home.
He is tough off the bounce. Not a lot of size on the perimeter for this Cal team, but they are good getting to the free throw line. And NC State's done a decent job so far, not putting him on the line.
They're playing through Ben Middlebrooks right now. He has scored the Pack's last 6 points. Here he is now. 6 seconds to shoot. O'Connell. Hands off for Hill. Pull up pop. That rolls off the rim, no good. Andre Stojakovic back into the game for Cal. Second in the ACC in scoring. They rotate. Beautiful ball movement. And Blackshirt drills it for 3.
When they go swing, swing, they usually drive it. This time Blackshirt is wide open. He's made the most threes for Cal. That's his 29th of the season.
9th lead change in this first half. Cal back in front by 2. Offensive foul called against Middlebrooks. That's his second.
Not many assists in the game, as you mentioned, Jay, but here's a good one right here. Watch how Cal moves the ball. They look inside. Nice job of penetrating to get an open three-point shooter. Petritis does a good job of getting a piece of the paint to set that up on the skip.
Previous plays under review.
So Tony Henderson over at the monitor taking a look at this Ben Middlebrooks foul. I don't see anything
I see
flagrant.
nothing extra, excessive, unnecessary, or avoidable right here. He's setting a ball screen. It's almost, I mean, unfortunately, Petritis ran right into it.
On the floor stands, common foul.
Yeah, good job by the officials to come together and be quick about it.
Kevin Keats is saying, what are we even looking at?
Yeah, I never mind when they go to look, especially to keep the game from getting too physical. I'm good with that. But I love that they were quick to make a decision and move on.
And Keats deciding to take Middlebrooks out of this game with 2 fouls. In comes Brandon Huntley Hatfield. The freshman Trey Parker into the game for NC State as well. And both of these teams have some quality depth. And probably will play more than an 8-man rotation. Stojakovic been quiet in this first half. Gets that though. Andre Stojakovic.
He's so good, smooth, knows how to hunt his own shots. They need to start getting the ball to him a little bit. He's got to start coming alive here for Cal. They've got the lead without him really being a factor on offense.
A 7-0 Golden Bears run. Made away. Off the mark. And a foul on the ensuing rebound. Take another look at this great play by Stojakovic.
You want to make him go left. He's capable of going left, but he's less efficient, according to Synergy, in his points per possession going to the left. It's just a beautiful play right here. Just creates separation. He's got some elevation. He's got a high release.
He's got a great stroke. And no surprise there, following in Dad's footsteps. Of course, Peja played 14 years in the NBA, 3-time All-Star, and he was known for shooting at great consistency, and Andre's definitely got that in his arsenal. You know, last year started his career at Stanford and then transfers over to Cal, and we just mentioned Peja, 3-time NBA All-Star with the Kings. It's funny, Peja battled Mark Madsen, who's Cal's head coach. They played 30 times against one another in their NBA careers. So certainly familiarity there.
Madsen had quite the roster with the Lakers, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. He got the better of Peja because of Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. Stojakovic. Good defense there by Dontrez Styles.
I love how much he's improved his game from just shy of 8 points a game to being the second best scorer in the ACC right now, just short of 20 points a game.
That rattles around but does not drop for the freshman Parker. And Marcus Hill commits his second foul on the rebound. Cal's been very physical on the glass. They had those early 4 offensive rebounds, and it's forced NC State to commit some fouls.
Well, next foul, both teams in the bonus. Big key for NC State was defending without fouling.
Here's Lee Dort backing down Huntley Hatfield.
Big rebound by Taylor. He's got numbers.
Kick to the corner. Styles a 3. Off the mark. Stojakovic. That rolls around. Both of these teams in a scoring drought. Cal in front by 4 on the road in Raleigh. How cool is that? What a big week for my colleague and dear friend Debbie Antonelli. Now that banner is going to hang in those rafters at Reynolds Coliseum where it belongs with, I know, your college coach Kay Yao and a lot of unbelievable players that have put on that uniform, and what a huge occasion that was Thursday night.
It's still an emotional moment for me. I grew up in that gym. I grew up in Reynolds Coliseum, hoping that I'd be good enough that Kay would pick me, but you know, I'm up there because of teammates like you, Jay, honestly, and all my teammates through the years. In my 37 years on the air, trying to do my best to use my platform to help the game. So thank you for that.
What a year for you. Naismith Hall of Fame Kirk Gowdy Award, now that hanging in Reynolds Coliseum. But we've got a good one here on a Saturday night in the ACC.
There's no place else I'd rather be than right here, right now.
No doubt about it. NC State, 4-minute scoring drought, 0 for 6 shooting, and it's allowed a 7-0 Cal run. They got to get a foothold back in this game.
Yeah, their defense has to step it up again. I mean, that's how they were able to create some separation early, and Stojakovic is starting to get going.
Right down the lane, rims out. Battle for the board, won by Trey Parker.
Right now, Cal's winning the points in the paint. They're winning the battle on the glass.
Parker, the fearless freshman, makes it a 2-point game.
And scoring allows NC State to get back into their full court pressure. This is when they're at their best. And Mark Matson's not going to wait. He's going to burn one right now.
So you said it. Defense generates offense. That's what NC State does best. They get the stop, turn it into 2. We'll step away for 30 seconds. Hey, this is why you're a Hall of Famer. You say NC State needs defense into offense, and boom, next play, well, they do it.
You got to change the momentum and the rhythm of the game, and a lot of times Kevin Keats has the ability to do that with his defense. There's a lot of ways you can change the rhythm of the game. Changing your defense is one way. Let's see what they do here on ball screen coverage, because they're starting to get more aggressive. They're just switching right now. That time, Huntley Hatfield was in drop coverage, was in the gap, and forced the turnover. It's a really good job by Kevin Keats to change it up from the bench.
And Mark Madsen's team has now committed 8 turnovers in this first half, and yet they lead by 2. They've been playing really good defense themselves, although not that time. Open 3, Dennis Parker Jr. can't connect. Second chance opportunity from the same corner. Can't hit it. Parker cleans up his own spill. The spin cycle. The freshman from Fayetteville, Trey Parker. Back-to-back buckets for him. What a move.
And like a freshman, makes one play here with a triple, right? Or excuse me, he gets the offensive rebound and the spin, then he commits the foul, but you love the energy right here. You're changing the rhythm of the game. What a move. Woo! That is quick.
Tied at 27, 4 in a row from Parker.
We were in the back before the game talking to Coach Keats about his freshmen, and he's pretty excited about this young group. He said he was going to try to get him some extended minutes today.
And Parker's delivered on that coach's promise. Tied this game at 27. 6 ties, 9 lead changes. It's been a fun first half here in Raleigh. Huntley Hatfield called for it. They gave it to him, and it fell off his hand.
You got to throw a better entry, though. That's not his fault. He's trying to hold off the contact.
Wilkinson, how crafty is the freshman?
And the turnover allows the transition opportunity to Cal.
Jeremiah Wilkinson has 8. Backdoor's open. An immediate answer from Michael O'Connell.
The other thing that Kevin Keats has done here off that last timeout is they're going quick hitters in their offense. They're not taking time moving the ball. They're looking to strike quickly. Mismatch.
Sissoko, double team, threw it up there and in. How did that go? Maudie Sissoko, wow.
He's having back-to-back games. Sissoko, 16 in Chapel Hill earlier in the week, and then just doing a nice job of playing right here. Michael O'Connell without the basketball. Good backdoor against the Cal pressure. This is the mismatch, and NC State brings help. They recognize it. There's the dig, then the double from Huntley Hatfield.
Wow.
I don't think he called it.
Stojakovic, the blow-by, couldn't finish it. And the follow, no good as well. And Kevin Keats has a use it or lose it timeout. He elects to use it. And they could more or less hold for the last shot of this first half. About a second difference between that shot clock and the game clock. And while Keats talks things over, we'll step aside for 30 seconds. So if you're Kevin Keats, what are you drawing in there?
First of all, let me tell you what he was telling Huntley Hatfield. Be big in the post. You get your guy sealed, show your hands, be big, give a better angle, and you need a better pass coming in there. Right here, I think you're going downhill, down the lane line, through the middle third. I'd like to see Jaden Taylor with this possession right here for NC State. Looks like zone. Mark Matson changing it up. Zone again. Second possession of zone by Cal. It's a good change because you know Kevin Keats had a man-to-man play in the bag over there at timeout.
Here comes the screen. Breon pass. Gets a good look. Misfires. Parker Jr. no good. And Cal will head into halftime with a 2-point lead on the road in Raleigh.
What a half. Can't wait for the second 20. It's been fantastic, back and forth. Not much separation between these two teams in the first half.
9 lead changes. We've been tied 7 times, and we still got 20 minutes left in it. Two teams desperate for a conference win, trying to climb the ACC standings. A terrific back and forth battle and a 2-point Cal lead. You'll be in the studio to get you caught up on a busy Saturday in the ACC.
Welcome Welcome into your ACC Network halftime report. A busy Saturday indeed, but it's a good Saturday when you get to hang out with these two. I'm Taylor Tannenbaum alongside two national champs, Duke Hall of Famer Carlos Boozer, Louisville legend Luke Hancock. All right, a close game there in Raleigh right now between Cal and NC State. How have you seen this first half play out, Luke?
Well, I think Cal's doing a good job defensively, turning the ball over a little too much. You credit NC State for being able to get out in transition, 13 points off turnovers. This one's going to go down to the wire. Both these teams really need this game.
Absolutely, and Cal's done a great job of points in the paint as well. NC State's coming in. I love seeing Trey Parker off the bench, giving a big lift for that team.
Energy, yep.
Should be a good one.
Andrei Stojakovic, he struggled in their last loss at Carolina, still once again being held at bay in this one against the Wolfpack. What are they doing so well against the second leading scorer in the ACC?
Well, anytime he catches the basketball, someone's right in his hip pocket. So every shot's contested. He's having to kind of drive the ball, get into a spot, pivot, then raise up and shoot it. He can knock those down, but you got to find a way to get him in rhythm early in the game, get him some easier looks.
Maybe a little break in the locker room will do the trick. You already saw the craziness that's gone down. We're hoping for a little bit more of that in the second half here. Ben Middlebrook, slow, but gets it to go here. He leads the pack with 9 points in the first half. A little bit more from your halftime report after the break. Cal with a 2-point lead over NC State at halftime. Andrei Stojakovic, though, only has 4 points. See if he can get going in the second half. Jay Alter, Debbie Antonelli, our friends have you covered for that second half. We'll see you after on Nothing But Net.
That was a fun first half, but the halftime show might have been even better. Samantha Valley and her dog Swiffer jumping rope, and the other two dogs are swinging the rope. So Debbie Antonelli and I, Jay Alter, we had a lot of fun at halftime, but excellent basketball game. 9 lead changes in the first half. Neither team led by more than 4.
I mean, look at the job that Ben Middlebrooks has done. Early on, Kevin Keats went to him. He got single coverage, and he produced. He's got 9 first-half points on 4 for 5 shooting. He was aggressive in single coverage. He looked to use his footwork and his incredible balance to play through contact, and this 15-footer is against the Cal zone. Thought it was a terrific job by Ben Middlebrooks to establish himself early. And I just realized I said Cal zone. I didn't mean calzone, like I know you're hungry, Jeff.
I was about to say, here we are, just past 7 o'clock Eastern time. I thought you were getting a calzone delivered to the table. You take a look at Cal's leading scorer on the season, quiet in that first half, 4 points for Andrei Stojakovic.
This is the percentage of where his points come from. 2-point range, he's about 48% of his scoring, 3-point, 24, and the free throw line, they kept him off the free throw line. He had two baskets in transition. They've done a good job defending him and knowing where he is. Everybody's communicating, and they're going to need to do that because they're going to start throwing the ball to him here in the second half.
Only 4 points from your leading scorer, and yet you lead by 2 on the road. Good first half for this Cal Bears team, Golden Bears team, and it's tied at 31. NC State cashes in on their opening possession.
Just to button up that point on Stojakovic, he has the best plus-minus in the first half, +5 for Cal. And he's doing other things on the floor to impact scoring, like that.
First
backdoor cut.
Possession for Cal in this second half. They go to Stojakovic, and he delivers.
When you go to Synergy, he has an excellent rating as a cutter, 1.8 points per possession. That is excellent. And that was an example of it right there.
He cuts more than a pair of scissors.
Okay, we got calzone in. All right, we're done with all that. Right. Here we go, Middlebrooks.
One-on-one with Sissoko. Falls off the rim, no good.
Sissoko is not just a rebounder over his head. He can go get a rebound out of his area.
Campbell never gave up on it. Fouls his own shot and puts it up and in for 2.
The other thing Cal has done is they've done a pretty good job, and they've taken care of the ball of keeping NC State out of transition. You want to make NC State execute in the half court.
Marcus Hill been very quiet in this game. Only 3 points for the Wolfpack leading scorer. Fading away, knocks it down. They need more of that from Marcus Hill. Hill averaging 13 on the season, 10 straight games scoring double figures, only 5 tonight even after that make. DJ Campbell draws the foul.
Marcus Hill is so good at playing off the bounce. He's not a catch and shoot guy. He's a guy that can get a bucket when the shot clock's running down or if he needs to break off the offense. He's just playing off some twist action in the middle of the floor where Ben Biddlebrooks is causing some interference, and Hill comes off the backside of Ben and does a nice job of getting to his spot.
Cal only attempted 5 foul shots in that first half. That's a strength of Mark Madsen's Golden Bears team, is they'll get to the line and they'll make you pay once they get there. NC State was disciplined. Let's see if that continues in the second half.
It's a great point, Jay, because Cal is second in the ACC and made free throws at 17 a game.
DJ Campbell cashes in on both of his attempts. The Western Carolina transfer now playing on the other side of the state. Here's Marcus Hill. Come here. Scoop to the hoop. Marcus Hill, back-to-back baskets.
That's just a great read, because he was initially taking Wilkinson below the level of the screen, and when Wilkinson hesitated because he thought he was coming off the screen going left, it was a great take by Hill.
Stolen away. The 9th turnover forced by NC State in this game. Jaden Taylor. That rims in, and we're tied at 37. Timeout, Mark Madsen. 3 straight makes for the Pack, and they've tied it up early in this second half.
Peace, love, equality. These words embody one of history's greatest leaders. A leader who had a dream and changed the world. Thank you, Dr. King.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is Monday, and the Memorial Gardens in downtown Raleigh opened in 1975. Believe it or not, it was the first public park in the entire United States solely devoted to Dr. King and the civil rights movement right here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
That's amazing, because I feel like Dr. King has a street named after him in every city or town.
Yeah, you asked our sports information group to try and get how many streets are named after Dr. King.
I forgot to Google it and find out. I'm sure somebody will have the answer to that for us.
Another tough take inside. Maudie Sissoko, the transfer from Michigan State, puts Cal back in front by 2. Neither team is led by more than 4 points in this game in the first half, and just picked up where it left off, Debbie.
Yeah, Marcus Hill is turning a corner and getting more aggressive.
9 points for Hill after only 3 in the first half.
You got to really cut hard to get open.
Campbell lines up the 3 and hits it. DJ Campbell.
A 30% three-point shooter. He set that up by all his driving ability. That's how he scored in the first half. It's a good thing he hit it too, because Sissoko was wide open under the basket.
Campbell leading the Golden Bears tonight with 11. Hill starting to show off. Marcus Hill, he has come alive in this second half.
Remember at the beginning of the game, we talked about close games and who for NC State. We thought it was Marcus Hill, right? He's the guy right now. He has to be able to break off plays, make smart plays, because he plays hard. Good recovery by NC State, but what a better shot by Blackshear. Blackshear doing a good job of knocking down on a late rotation, because Cal had numbers on that backside. You're not just trying to get numbers in transition, Jay. You can get numbers by manipulating the defense on the other side of the floor. That was a 2-on-1.
NC State has made their last 5 shots, and yet they trailed by 4. Cal has found an answer on their offensive end. Can they get a stop here? Taylor rises and hits. Timeout, Kevin Keats. After the Jaden Taylor bucket to make it a 2-point game.
Marcus Hill turning the corner off that Middlebrook screen in the middle third, getting to his spots off the bounce, and then here's the 2-on-1 on the weak side, and Blackshear delivers.
Boy, these teams are red hot to start the second half. A combined 12 of 14 from the field, and Marcus Hill has led the hot streak.
3 points in the first half, Jay. 8 here in the second, along with Jaden Taylor. They have all 14 points in the second half for NC State. He is being aggressive, and I thought Kevin Keats called that timeout to maybe switch up what he was doing defensively. But remember, it's a total wear down effect of the 40 minutes of pressure. And I think their pressure has been really good tonight. Cal's just an excellent offensive team.
12 makes, only 2 misses between these two teams in nearly 6 minutes of action in this second half. Does that upset you if you're a coach because of defense, or are you happy that you're executing on the offensive end?
No, you're thinking substitutions, rotations, wear down effect, impact, get the game where there's some pressure.
Wide open look. Misfiring the junior. Ola Joseph has played sparingly in this game. Got a great look there. Taylor, he misses it short. Another wide open look. This time it's good. Jeremiah Wilkinson drills his third 3 of the night.
Jay, if not everyone is sprinting back on defense, that's a problem. Everyone has to sprint.
And believe it or not, a 5-point lead is the largest of the night for either team. That's how close and competitive this game has been. Ben Middlebrooks draws the foul, trying to get that immediate answer.
You have to communicate in transition, and you got to match up. See, they got 2 guys on one side of the floor. Michael O'Connell stopping the ball. Somebody has to pick up Wilkinson. This freshman is not shy about pulling the trigger outside the arc.
He leads the nation in all freshmen scoring who have not started a single game this season. More than 12 points per game, 5th in the ACC in freshman scoring. He has the green light and the trust of his coach, Mark Madsen. Back to a 1-possession game. Blackshear, pull up hot. It's good. Cal can't miss. They've made 6 of their last 7.
They're getting whatever they want right now.
Middlebrooks looking to attack. One-on-one with Dort. Bodies into him. Contact, no call. Stojakovic in trouble. Sends it back out, and Blackshear will reset it.
switch.
Wilkinson feeling it. Missed it there on a heat check.
High hands.
Another offensive rebound. Keeps it alive for the Golden Bears. They have 8 second chance points in this game. Shot clock at 8. The freshman Wilkinson. And finally a rebound to end an exhausting defensive possession for State. Middlebrooks lines up the 3. In and out, no good.
That's a lot of contact. And I'm not sure that's the shot right there. Even though Middlebrooks is capable of hitting a trail 3.
Stojakovic spins into a double team.
Mark Matson's like, where is the foul?
They're letting him play.
There's a lot of contact right now.
Mark Madsen not happy. His team desperate for a road conference win in the ACC. And now it's time for Food Lions Food for Thought, Debbie.
Jay, we talk about closing out games and execution right here. You can't get screened. You've got to be able to play ball screen coverage better in a late game situation. Watch this pass right here. Jaden Taylor is curling, but the pass throws him out of scoring range. He could have turned the corner and got in the paint. You got to get a 50-50 ball late game. You've got to be the tougher team in this situation. Virginia Tech comes up with it. 3 players behind the ball in transition, and then you have to finish it off with a rebound. A rebound there seals the game. If NC State had executed better in any of those situations, the game would have been over at Virginia Tech. That's why game slippage in execution and discipline is so important late. Your habits have to be good. And that's on the players right there. They've got to finish those plays.
And we showed you that close game down the stretch Wednesday night in the loss at Virginia Tech. Now it's setting up for another close game here at ACC play for NC State. 3 of Kevin Keats's 4 conference losses by 1 possession. Their last 3 games, all 1 possession. A win against Notre Dame and then losses to North Carolina and Virginia Tech. And this game has all the makings of another 1 possession game.
It comes down to late game execution. How good are your habits?
Stojakovic. Rejected. Dennis Parker Jr. flew in to deny Lee Dort.
That's a lot of contact.
Well, this game has been back and forth throughout. 10 lead changes. And Cal, this 5-point advantage is the largest lead either team has had tonight. Marcus Hill off balance, no good.
Stojakovic is calling for the ball.
Ola Joseph in the paint and a foul call.
Ola Joseph had a couple of opportunities to hit a wide open Stojakovic, but he goes off the bounce and breaks it off and gets to the free throw line.
And that is the 4th foul against NC State's leading scorer, Marcus Hill, who's been their best player in this second half. Wednesday night doubleheader on the ACC network. You don't want to miss it. Clemson, who picked up a big win today against Pittsburgh, hosting Syracuse at 7. And then it's Florida State playing this Cal team on the West Coast. Seminoles picked up a really nice win today. They're the team no one's talking about in the ACC. I like Florida State this season.
I do too. Leonard Hamilton's done a good job. You know what you're going to get and the kind of effort they're going to bring. How about Louisville? 8 wins in a row. Duke's set to play tonight later at BC. That game is after us on ESPN. They've got 11 in a row, undefeated in league play.
Breon pass amongst the trees, count it, plus the foul.
So at the 9:55 mark in the second half, Marcus Hill picks up that fourth foul. And it is a 6-point lead for Cal, so you wonder who is going to step up. And Breon Pass, who's been playing about 16 minutes a game this year, who's an excellent three-point shooter, has been able to get in the paint tonight.
And he is a unicorn in today's college basketball. This is his 4th year at one school. He's going to graduate in the spring. What used to be normal, now I wonder if there is another Breon Pass out there.
Well, there's only 8 in the ACC.
Part of that Final Four team a year ago. Full court pressure, back to a one-possession game. And that's a 5-second violation. This is what the full court pressure can do to you.
That play right there can be an emotional, game-changing moment for NC State. Down 3, your pressure works. It's a wear-down effect.
And Mark Madsen, Cal head coach, only has those 2 timeouts remaining. Didn't want to burn one there. Huntley Hatfield on the block, draws the foul.
It's a really nice feed by Breon Pass. Huntley Hatfield doing the work before the ball gets to him.
Well, we said it at the beginning of this game. 2 teams that, when you look at the ACC standings, are desperate for a conference win. You're seeing that over the course of this game. Why it's so back and forth. Both teams playing with that desperation. It has been a fun watch in the last 9 minutes and 33 seconds. Who is going to find a way to win? Because those wins have escaped both of these teams. Kick out. Taylor a 3, and he buries it. They count it as a long 2. Jaden Taylor arguing his case. As it stands, we're tied at 51. And the full court pressure dialed up again.
Mark Madsen's got to burn another timeout. Back-to-back turnovers. And you can feel the swing of emotion and momentum in the building right now. This is an excellent trap. First of all, this is not where you want to inbound the basketball. This is a big 3 by Taylor. Excuse me, a 2. You can see clearly he's inside the 3-point line. And then right here, the ball in the corner. Right in front of the official. I thought that was NC State's basketball.
6-0 run in the last 25 seconds, and it's been spearheaded by that full court pressure, Debbie.
It still has the same impact right here, right? Because NC State now is going to keep ramping it up. Now if I'm Cal, I'm doing 2 things in a huddle. I'm talking about getting the ball past midcourt, but I'm also looking to go back door. You've got to have your pressure package in, ready to go. I'd look for Stojakovic to get it back and look for a play going back door. It's a tough place to inbound the ball as well.
And Cal only has 1 timeout for the next 9 minutes and 16 seconds. That will be challenging. And Cal in their worst spell of the night. 0 made field goals in nearly 4 minutes, and that's a 10-second violation. Mark Madsen can't believe it. Jovan Blackshirt walked the ball up.
It's not 10 seconds. Because once they called the timeout, it was a Cal timeout. The count should have started over.
So Mark Madsen's correct. Tony Henderson says, my mistake. Cal will keep the basketball. So as I was saying, the Golden Bears, no field goals in the last 4 minutes. They've missed their last 6 shots. How do they break out of this drought?
I'm telling you, back door. I'm looking for something that is going to the basket. NC State's really ramping it up here.
Shot clock down to 3, right down the lane, off the window and in. Rytis Petraitis delivers his first basket of the night.
That's a great take down the lane line.
Going inside, Huntley Hatfield finds Dennis Parker Jr. right through the back door to tie it at 53.
Really good backdoor cut by the Wolfpack.
Contested corner 3 will stay Cal possession. We are tied for the 12th time tonight in a game that refuses to be anything but close and competitive. Good defense. Stojakovic resets, 10 on the timer.
He's got a Barkley, 3 on pass.
Double team comes in, Stojakovic fades away, and a foul called. The home fans of the Lenovo Center don't like it. And I will point out, they have let a lot slide in this second half. They've been consistently not blowing the whistle, but they blow it here.
2 seconds on the shot clock.
Kevin Keats is standing at half court. I can't believe it. We'll show you the foul call on the other side. TV timeout tied at 53. Tied at 53, and the officials did put 14 seconds back on the clock. This was the controversial foul call before we went away.
2 seconds on the shot clock. That's a foul.
Tell you what, Andrei Stojakovic does not like Tobacco Road. Season low 6 points against North Carolina Wednesday, and he's stuck on 6 after that missed free throw here in Raleigh.
Which are his first of the game, and he is second in the ACC in free throw makes and attempts.
Missed them both.
He's an 84% free throw shooter.
NC State's last lead was 23-22. They've kept it close, but they can't get that lead back. Can they find it here? Breon Pass playing big minutes with Marcus Hill on the bench. Lost it. Tried to get it to Huntley Hatfield. Couldn't connect. Wilkinson, the fearless freshman, left it short. Offensive rebound keeps it alive for Cal.
Remember that play we just showed you earlier about not rebounding? Got to stay in the play right there and get that board.
Stojakovic lines up the 3. He can't hit it. Under 7 minutes to play on a Saturday night in the ACC. Two teams desperate for a conference win. Dennis Parker Jr. blocked. Stojakovic showing off the defense. Campbell right down the lane in a hurry, going too quickly, and a foul called will keep the ball with Cal.
I love the way DJ Campbell handled that up the floor. He ran right up the backside of his big in the middle of the floor. Sissoko, watch this, right up the backside of him. He gets to the paint. Now he loses handle right here, but he gets fouled. Staying aggressive on the road.
This is a Golden Bears team that is 1-6 away from home, and the one win was at USC, so still in the state of California. They have not won this season outside the state of California. They have played well enough to win. Can they find a way to do it in the final 6 minutes and 38 seconds?
Not the first curl here. Look for the second.
Their offense, which has been terrific all night, has gone cold. They are just one of their last 10. Sissoko draws contact. It'll head to the line for 2.
Fouling the shooter too much. Cal was 2 for 5 from the free throw line in the first half.
Well, they have already attempted 6 foul shots in this second half. And 2 more coming here for Mady Sissoko. Makes the first. Got them both. Middlebrooks lost the handle. Jaden Taylor has it. 10 on the shot clock. Goes to work in attack mode. Left it off for Middlebrooks, and he wasn't ready for it. Another turnover.
2 bad passes in a row, 2 turnovers for the Wolfpack, and buckets on the other end for Cal.
Andrei Stojakovic delivers. It's a 4-point lead restored for Cal. After back-to-back turnovers offensively, can NC State find something here? Breon pass, regathers, and scores. Everything going through Stojakovic. Trying to spin his way free. 5 seconds to shoot. Pump fake down the lane. Flying for 2. Andrei Stojakovic. He's more than a shooter.
I think he's starting to like Tobacco Road a little bit better now. Back-to-back buckets, aggressive to the rim. NC State's got to get a good look right here.
Foul called.
The second best scorer in the ACC right now shows a pump fake, show and go to the rim in transition. And then again, late clock. Creative getting all the way inside to finish.
Stolen away. And a foul in transition. Jovan Blacksher picked the pocket. Debbie, you spoke about it a few minutes ago. The game slippage for NC State that have cost them close games all season long, showing up here again.
Five turnovers in the first half for NC State, 7 here in the second. And the officials are going to look at this. Now, we don't have a clear path rule like the NBA has or anything like that. I think they're just taking a look at the clock right here.
Yeah, an extra 20 seconds ran off the clock, so they got to move this back to 4:40. Right now it's showing 4:20 in the arena. That's the second time that's happened tonight. Good catch by Tony Henderson and his officiating crew. Mark Madsen's team has made the winning plays defensively down the stretch. They're rewarded with a 4-point lead, and Jovan Blacksher can add to it from the line. They will be shooting the rest of the way.
Impressive balance by Cal from inside. Their ability here in a late game to go off the bounce to get to the rim, and then their ability to get to the free throw line. When the game's on the line, this is when your habits should show through the strongest, and this is what Cal does. They are a downhill team. They don't assist on many of their baskets, only 47% on the season, but they're very good at getting to the free throw line.
This is the largest lead of the game for either team.
Marcus Hill back in the game right here, Jay.
Playing with 4 fouls, lost the handle, kept in play.
Comes off the Iverson cut and turns the corner. It's a good set for him.
No good on the transition 3. Blacksher forced it. Hill back into the game. And a chance for 2 at the line.
But you know, this is what I like about Marcus Hill. He wants the ball right now for NC State. This has been a question mark for the Wolfpack late. Like, who's the guy? Kevin Keats told us it depends on the game. Everything's by committee this year. Back-to-back possessions. Marcus Hill trying to make something happen.
Hill comes up empty on the first.
I mean, Mark Madsen's so busy coaching his team that even his shirt came untucked. Now he's tucking in his shirt like a player.
0 for 2 from the line, offensive rebound. Keeps it with State. Jaden Taylor in attack mode. Rejected. Sissoko swatted it into the 3rd row.
Literally.
Wow. Down the stretch we come in Raleigh. Cal a 6-point lead. Maudie Sissoko like a volleyball player with the spike. Golden Bears trying to finish it on the road. Thanks, Taylor. Looking forward to that after we finish what has been a fun back-and-forth game in Raleigh. Debbie Antonelli, you talk about balanced scoring. 5 players in double figures for Cal.
They move the ball. They have handled the pressure better in the second half. They've been able to absorb the full court pressure and take advantage of it. They have attacked NC State at their own game as the 11th offensive rebound for the Wolfpack. Let me correct myself earlier. NC State has 7 turnovers in the game.
They've created a lot more.
And Cal has 11.
Jump ball, the possession arrow is with Cal.
And that's the kind of toughness Kevin Keats is looking out for, or looking from his team right now. This is winning time.
And NC State fans are thinking, here we go again. Another 1-possession game in the ACC.
Absolutely.
3 of their 4 conference losses have been decided by 1 possession. The officials are over at the monitor. Tony Henderson and Jerry Heater. Appears to be another clock issue in the arena.
Well, this gives both coaches an opportunity for a timeout. Cal with only 1 remaining. NC State has 2. Cal has a foul to give. And the possession arrow. Well, actually, after they inbound it, they'll change the possession arrow back over, so NC State will have it.
Debbie, when you look at the stats to see what is separating these 2 teams, how about NC State has only made 1 3 the entire night?
Well, Cal has made 6. Well, there's your difference in the game right now on on the board.
Cal, a 4-point lead and the ball, looking for their first road win since joining the ACC. After a tough loss midweek against UNC, Mark Madsen said, "We've had a lot of time together to go through it." Felt confident about his group. They've played well enough to win. Can they close it out down the stretch? Rejected. Brandon Huntley Hatfield has other ideas.
Got the mismatch. Clear it out and let him go one-on-one. Get out of the way.
Sissoko lost his footing. Hill strong to the rim for two. And it's a 2-point game with 3 minutes to play. Stojakovic double team, in trouble, and Mark Madsen uses his final timeout. Cal, 0 timeouts remaining for the final 2 minutes and 40 seconds of this game. Dangerous against an NC State team that brings a lot of pressure.
They go dribble weave up top, and then Blacksher goes down the lane line, and Huntley Hatfield with a big block right here. That's a travel that NC State gets away with. What a big play on the inside, though, by Marcus Hill to keep his balance. He did change his pivot foot.
And he's playing with 4 fouls, but he's playing fearless. NC State, in their last 3 games, it's all come down to one possession. A 1-point win against Notre Dame, a 2-point loss to North Carolina, and Wednesday a 3-point loss at Virginia Tech.
Well, that's been the theme of the game, right? Get it to this point, winning time, habits, repetition, discipline, execution. No game slippage, meaning your details have to be on point. Screening angles, running the floor hard and wide, not fouling, boxing out and closing out. Know your personnel on the defensive end. I thought NC State did a really good job when Cal has not gone to their dribble weave all game until here late, and when they got Stojakovic with the ball, they trapped him. That's why Mark Madsen had to burn his last time out.
And it's important to note, and maybe it's because Cal shares the same school colors as Michigan, they're out of timeout. So you got to tell your players, we can't take a timeout the rest of the way.
You're going old school way back, right? You're bringing up Chris Webber in this equation?
No Chris Webber situations down the stretch at a 2-point game, knowing that you are out of timeouts. You pointed it out early, Debbie. Mark Madsen had to burn 2 timeouts in the first half, dealing with this NC State pressure, and now they are with no safety net. 2-point lead, clinging to what would be their first conference road win.
Oh, they faked the handoff to Stojakovic.
Corner 3 short. Total misfire from Blacksher.
With 14 on the shot clock also. Interesting that they didn't go to Stojakovic there.
Well, Stojakovic, who's second in the ACC in scoring. It's been a more balanced approach tonight for Cal. 5 scorers in double figures. Nobody with more than 12. O'Connell, pull-up pop. No good. Stojakovic, as we tick down to 2 minutes to play. Trying to fade away his way free. Forced that one, and he misfired. The last 2 Cal shots have been nowhere close. They'll have to trust their defense down the stretch.
And Michael O'Connell trying to cut, and DJ Campbell holding them up. It's been physical.
Marcus Hill, nothing but air.
We got a piece of that.
Cal's last made basket came at the 5:04 mark. They have clung to this lead with their defense. Lost it. Jaden Taylor has it. And a chance to take the lead on this and one.
The strip and steal. Can't knock him off his line. Great contact balance and focus to finish by Taylor.
NC State's last lead was in the first half when they led 23-22. Cal led by as many as 6.
You know the full court pressure's coming here. You can run the baseline.
Taylor fires NC State in front. The home crowd comes to life. It's a 7-0 Wolfpack run. Blacksher all the way to the rim, answers, and it's Cal back in front with a minute to play. NC State with 2 timeouts. Kevin Keats takes one here. His team trailing by 1 with 47 seconds remaining.
Blacksher has made some tough shots. This is a great take. Down the lane line to the left hand. Blacksher, a 5'11" graduate student, a 6th-year player. This is why Mark Madsen can burn all his timeouts when he has his offense in front and he's got a 6th-year point guard running the show.
Let's take a look at our star stories for players that have been crushing it, brought to you by Crush. Down the stretch, Blacksher, it's Stojakovic, Taylor, and Hill. Those 4 have taken over. And if you're an NC State fan, you're thinking, here we go again. This season has been dominated by the storyline of one-possession games, particularly in conference play. Can they find a way to win here? Trailing by 1 and 47 seconds remaining.
Here's what you're talking about, Jay. The 1-possession losses and a 1-possession win in there as well. NC State comes into the game 2-4. You very easily could be 4-2 or 5-1, to be honest.
But for the exception of that 1-point win against Notre Dame, they have failed to close in these spots. Who do you go to here?
I'm going to Marcus Hill. And I think what Kevin Keats told us before the game is it's by feel and by who's playing well. A lot of it has to do with matchups.
Here's Jaden Taylor. Now Huntley Hatfield muscling his way in. Righty hook's no good. And NC State doesn't have to foul. Technically, there's 5 seconds separating, and you have 1 timeout.
You got to play good D right here. You got to rebound. Now they choose to foul. I thought Kevin O'Connell was given the, Michael O'Connell was given the foul sign by Kevin Keats. One of his staff was standing up calling for the foul.
They let a lot of time run off the clock if foul was not.
I mean, if you're going to do that, you would have done it earlier.
20 seconds earlier.
I didn't see Kevin Keats calling for that.
It's 1-1 for DJ Campbell, who's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. That rims in, rolled around, and drops down.
Jay, if he makes this, I specifically asked Mark Madsen today, up 3, late game, do you foul? He said yes.
Could very well be in that situation. Campbell, the 75% foul shooter. Got it. A season high 13 points for DJ Campbell. 3-point game.
Cal doing a good job making NC State come back to the ball. They're going to call timeout here. Mark Madsen's going to foul. So when you know that you want to foul, you make sure you make it clear to your players. that we're not going to foul in the act of shooting. You're going to foul on the dribble down, not on the dribble up. And you make sure that you're talking about boxing out on the free throw line here. You have to practice this scenario every day.
And if you're NC State, you're trailing by 3, and you've only made 1 3 all night.
At the 16:25 mark in the first half.
So it's been a while. So if you're Kevin Keats, are you drawing up a 3 or a 2 here?
I'm driving it hard, and I'm trying to get the best shot available. I do think you have time, but you got to execute perfectly. I think he's going to have to go for the 3 now, and then rebound and kick it out. You got to go quickly, though.
And if you're Mark Madsen, when do you instruct your team to foul? Do you let a couple seconds burn off, or do you do it immediately?
I think you go on the pass and then the dribble. So the pass, and then when the ball goes down on the ground, that's when you foul. I would also consider entering a direct pass into the scoring area also to make it tough on Cal.
O'Connell gets the handoff. 6 seconds to work. Breon pass. Launches a 3. No good! And Cal survives. The Golden Bears with a crucial ACC win on the road. And it's Cal's first win outside of the state of California this season.
Breon pass through the elevator door screens. Does a great job of getting a good look.
And for NC State, it's another 1-possession loss to add to a season full of them. They dropped to 2-5 in ACC play, with 4 of those conference losses coming by 1 possession.
It's heartbreaking. You don't finish off games, but credit to Cal coming on the road, going 1-1 on their trip through the triangle. Big win for Mark Madsen. Great execution late. Good balance by California.
First ever ACC road win. And they earned it. This was a back-and-forth battle throughout here in Raleigh, and Andrei Stojakovic at Cal found a way. Both teams at 2-5 in conference play, 9-9 on the season. For Debbie Antonelli and our terrific crew behind the scenes, I'm Jay Alter saying so long from Raleigh. Let's get you into the studio. Nothing but net with Taylor Tannenbaum, Luke Hancock, and Carlos Boozer starts now.